Yep. Hello. All right. So here we are. Good morning once again. Ooh. So I wanted to talk about some things. This morning. But so I woke up about midnight. I went to bed about 10, I guess. Went to sleep about 10. I woke up about midnight, and I've had these where my hands will be in a weird position when I wake up, like somebody had manipulated me into these positions. Pretty sure it's not someone in the house. But anyhow, that's certainly been something I've been thinking about. But anyhow, and this only happens every so often, every few months or so maybe, and I have a record of the other times, but I can't really recall how the hands were. But I do have records of this in my large archive box of these crazy writings. But anyhow, um, to never be born, he said, I know what it's like to be dead. I know what it is to be sad. I feel like I'll never be born. But anyhow, um, so this at midnight I woke up and my hands were like cupped like I thought a globe, like somebody, like I don't think it's my own brain. It was suggested to me that my subconscious or unconscious or lower consciousness is trying to tell me to just give up on the on any kind of idea about flat Earth, and it's a globe, it's a ball. So I don't know, but I always feel pretty weird when I end up with these weird hand things. I don't even know. I gotta go, like I said, maybe I'll do a video later if I ever get into my archives of writings over the last 50 years or so. I have this doll over here and she's looking at me pretty intently. But it's just a doll. But anyhow, yeah, so that was weird. And then so then I made the mistake of watching Owen Benjamin again this morning, and he really becomes offensive to the point where you gotta shut him off. That's how I feel. I mean, I was watching it with Christine, and the yesterday, and he said the word, and that she does not ever, in any situation, approve of. And I'm not even gonna say it. Starts with an N, and that was it. She was out, done. Not gonna listen. I have this awesome video that the three of us, Christine, John, and I, made in school at the Bucks County Community College, BC to the third power. And he said that word. And I didn't even know how to respond at the time because I was just like, really? I can't. It's hard because I don't. It's really loaded. And but then we were talking about I sort of digressed, I guess, but she was like, well, so how do you feel about, globe versus flat or whatever? And it's really becoming pretty clear in my head that it's probably pretty much flat. It's not a globe. I mean, it's just, there's so many things. Gravity makes no sense. What else? I was talking about all this stuff. Like, every time you look at the space station things, that just look so odd and so weird and so unreal. So, as Elon Musk said, apparently, and that's how you know it is real, because it looks so fake. So, okay, that's fine, I guess. I don't know. But, and then the Antarctica thing, I mean, nobody can go there. The flights don't fly over there. If you were going from South America to Australia, it would make total sense to just fly straight over there. It would be the best way. They don't do that. I don't know. I mean, you could go into it, the claims, blah, 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 this, that. This got to go over here so they can get fuel from that, blah, 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 blah. It's too far. I don't know, blah, blah, blah. But it seems that no one's ever really gone across the big expanse part of Antarctica. As far as my limited search I can tell, I'm sure people will show me a lot of great evidence to the contrary, but I doubt that it would really be that proving. But, so all this kind of stuff. I'm just going to make a short video here, maybe this morning. But, let's see. So then I had to switch over to the Christie's auction from, it was a month ago, it says already. I thought it was a lot more recent. But anyhow, it wasn't a month because it was February 27th. It says a month, but they get confused at how long a month is, considering we're only into the beginning of this month. So it was over a month ago. Just time flies. Anyway, oh boy, nobody wants to watch this. Really? It's like I don't think in clear passages like so many. But this is basically just practice. So if you can put up with the nonsense-ish type way that I think, then maybe eventually I'll get to where it's a lot more coherent. But anyway, I saw on there, and I only watched a little bit, but the Paul Signac went for $17 million. One of my faves, definitely. It's a nice piece. And then I was saying I would go at least $1 million on this Giacometti Diego bust, and it ended up going for $1,050,000, which kind of might be a little bit of a special. Like, okay, I didn't see that part exactly, but that's how it ended. So, was it at $1 million? And the guy said, I'll do 50 more, which would be just 50,000, which sometimes they would go to like 1,100,000. And so I think it was a little special, like, oh yeah, we'll let you do that, $1,050,000. So I don't know if that happened, but I pretty much called it. Somebody went a little over me. I probably would I have went to $1,000,001. Perhaps. But anyway, I find Owen Benjamin's stuff super interesting. He has a lot of very interesting things to say. And I'm not going to dwell on that anymore, but it's hard. It's hard to keep it on there. I can watch it myself, but if there's other people around, I have to turn it off. So, not that I'm giving any advice, but maybe cool it down a little. Or not, because you got to say what you got to say, and I understand that. So that, and I wanted to say, I do a lot of guitar work. I was over at the Music and Arts Center over here in Doylestown, and I played a little in minor public, if you will. And, just sitting over there with the guitars, I pulled out this nice Epiphone, I think it was. acoustic and tuned it up, and then I played a little of my kind of own music based on C scale mostly or whatever, and some little bluesy stuff. And the one guy seemed receptive. The other guy, I think it was annoying him. Like, like you're not a professional, whatever. So, I don't know. I mean, this was just what I got. They didn't say anything. The one guy was like, hey, how'd you like that? I said, that sounded pretty good, because it did. It sounded pretty good. I liked it. It's pretty good. I don't think it was an Epiphone, actually. It was, was it another one? I don't know. I'm sorry. But anyhow, I was going to show you this thing I've been working with, which is the harmonics. This is how you hit the harmonics on the guitar. I pulled this off of the internet, off of like Wikipedia, I think, and it's pretty true. If you hit this one here and you hit the middle there at the 12th fret and at the bottom of the 12th fret, and then the one at the very top, you get some amazing clear harmonics. And then those other points with the orange, and if you study that a little bit, you can really get so I mean, there's really harmonics everywhere at any point, and it just continues to get smaller and smaller and smaller. Like that. I'll have to put that back up there now later. Well, because I was standing here before. I was writing a song, and I was trying to write a song that had all this in it, and guess that's about a whole album, I guess, even just repeating the titles and band names. So maybe I'll get back to that. That was something I was doing probably a year ago, and that's been up there. And so learn that kind of stuff. And the only pure positive input I've had on any comments on my videos is that the friend of mine, John, really enjoyed listening to the things that I've been thinking about. So, and I'm going to continue to do some of that. And never been born, feel like never been born. He said. So the Beatles' vast catalog is now coming out with the demos. So it's really kind of exciting to hear the early stages of these iconic songs. I've been a Beatles fan for a long time, and I've been criticized for that, as well as praised as a musical genius because of it. But anyhow, really, it's a good pastime to work on. Oh, I was going to go through some of these papers. Maybe not today. Been working on fair use. Any kind of copyrighted material I'm using in a fair use way for commentary. Friend at, I don't know what this is. This, I mean, you can't really just read this stuff and figure it out right away. At least I can't, and I wrote it. So, laughing again. I was watching One-Eyed Jacks, and he's got some interesting comparisons going on there. But the thing is, he's still kind of repeating the same stuff that he was talking about originally over a year ago, if not longer, maybe several, I'm not sure. And I don't know, he doesn't seem to go too far, but with like he was doing this one on twins or whatever, how everything is twins. So, twins. Check it out. Check out his site. It can get a bit rough at times on there, on some of those that I saw. And she's staring at me over here. This doll. Gotta maybe put her away or something. She's just like staring away. But sometimes I feel like somebody's over there controlling the video somehow, because like it'll just start to stutter when I get like too much, too excited. It'll stutter, but maybe not. Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. What else? Oh man, I got so many things to work on. I got so many things to sell. It's a Thursday. I should probably be out there selling. I don't really do a Thursday. Over there in Jersey, like way over. It's about an hour away on your way to the shore. I forget the name of it, but it's a good sale. Be good if I had the name, but that's it. I've never actually sold there. I always end up going there, and you got to get there really early. I've heard, so I've gone there and bought a few things, and it's a good sale. I mean, you can find a lot of good things. I mean, there's always a lot of things that you don't really want to pay that much for at like any of these kind of sales, but there's always a lot of good things that you can get inexpensive at that sale over there. Thursdays, Jersey, down route. I think maybe 130. Got some dandruff there, I guess. What else? I bought this book. And I haven't really gleaned anything from it. Male Quartets for $1 at the flea market in Lambertville, which is I do on Wednesdays when I get over there. Thinking about talking about some guy, but I'm not going to talk about that on here. So it's just kind of negative, I guess, and he hasn't been doing that well anyway, from what I've seen. I'm maybe better now, but there for a bit, man, it just seemed like the karma was hitting him hard. So I'm not going to talk about that. But he was a friend, I guess, sort of. This is the kind of books I like to go through, like simple favorite song books. This one has some stuff about Jesus, and I guess this is a lot about God and religion. Jesus Loves Me. Sweet and Low, that's an old-time classic. Sweet and low, sweet and low, wind of the western sea. Low, low, breathe and blow. Right there is, I don't know what they call this. Oh boy, that's not good. I don't know what they call the symbol. Right there. A little sort of dome shape with a, dot. So that means that you, can hold that basically as long as you like. Hold that note for whatever you feel like, I think. Something like that. Well, that's a cool thing. And I'm going to put all these in the archive box. One of these days I'm really going to get into this. Maybe write a book or two. 3 or 5. 10. Whatever. I don't know. Another Christ-inspired book that's kind of falling apart. It's got that, shows you the binding there. And you can make books yourself, just like this. And do some binding like that. Book. There's another one. The folk hymns. I'm going to take some of these out and start selling them. Picture cords. I use this occasionally. Oh, all these books. Just so many books. I don't know. I mean, can you hear that? That's good. The pipes are calling. Nice. Just organic sound effects. Gotta love it. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. You're just gonna be silent for like a while on screen? This really is about nothing. Got this cool pick maker puncher Christine got me for Christmas a couple of years ago, so I've been making picks out of all these plastic things. You can make a pick out of your old credit cards. I can't find it right now, but I've got this whole thing that I've been saving, full of all kinds of hard plastics and so forth, credit cards and stuff, and I'm gonna make those all into picks and start selling them for cheap, whatever you want to pay, basically. I mean, I've been thinking about, whatever you like to pay type of thing. So I got a lot of objects that I acquire, people, and get books at the library for quarter, get stuff at yard sales for inexpensive, get some deals, pile it up over the years, and then you gotta start getting it out, because once, then the people yell at you and tell you you're a hoarder, because they make shows about it. So I'm not exactly a hoarder, I would say. I'm not exactly just hoarding this stuff. Like in those shows, they often have so much trash. I clean up the trash. Of course, I like to use trash for collage and make some collages. Love to make collages. Do you like to make collages? You should make collages. Anyone, make some collages. Or don't. Do whatever you like. Do some fun. Learn to dance. Learn to tap dance. I always wanted to tap dance. Maybe I'll start doing some tap dancing soon. Couldn't really get the rhythm down. The rhythm takes a long, long process for me. I like how this is kind of like a bubble head. Like, you're just talking. What are you saying? Hello, I'm saying a bunch of light. And I feel like I've never been born. Ooh, he said, I know what it is to be sad. I know what it is to be glad. And I feel like I will always be born. Mama, 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 mama. Trying to get happy. Let's get happy. Yeah, let's get happy. I got a lot of things to do today. Look at the tasks, the tasks I need to do today. I gotta get out and get some bread and some sauce and some meatballs. Buy some frozen meatballs for the spaghetti dinner. I gotta fold some laundry. And I have to head down to Inkling's bookstore again because I really wanted to pull that brass chain that I had on the back of it. And I wanted to work on that because she's not happy with the presentation, which it is kind of an art brut work, if you will. And we're not trying to get that much money for it, and it will be a major work one day, but nobody knows that, so it's hard to really even get like $75 for it. But, it's a process. Maybe I should just give it away. I've given away a bunch of works, traded some. But she wants to put some thumbtacks on there to keep it better down or something. But I envisioned it with the staples, and you can present it the way it is. It's got the edge. You can just it's like the whole frayed edges. That's your edge. There's no frame. I was thinking about putting a frame on this piece. But I mean, if I really needed to put like a nice professional frame on there, I gotta like take the price and like at least double it, if not more. Because I mean, they don't do this stuff for free at all, even close. It's not a thing where you can trade for it. Maybe you could somewhere. I had a couple of good, one good framer up in Upper Black Eddy, but he moved away while I was there, so I don't know whatever happened to him. But I had one thing framed that he did a really nice job for a really good price because it didn't take him that long. He's charged me something like $10-15 I think it was for this. It was a smaller piece, maybe like 10-inch piece on wood. Then he put a nice frame around the edge that he left it basically blank so I could finish the frame after the fact, which it doesn't exactly work, but I mean, it was fine. I think he painted it yellow or whatever, and that was okay. So it was a pretty cool piece. But I would have had him do a lot more because reasonable, and I mean, he's happy with the price. So then I heard there was another guy over here in Doylestown somewhere, but I lost that one. Lost that guy's number. So I got to find a good framer, I guess. Other than the big mega stores or whatever, and there's a framing shop in town here, but they want like hundreds of dollars to frame these pieces, and which I guess is fine as long as you can get like twice as hundreds of dollars over top on when you get out there and get them shown and sold. But I like to work. I like to make the work. I don't like to work on presentation of the work, so I'll just keep working on the work, and hopefully I'll be able to find some people that can do the other part, if and so that it is necessary to do that. Alright, what else? I'll show you a piece. It's just a short video today. Like, really, that's a piece I've been working on. It's made from a Architectural Digest insert card and some goopy, gumpy stuff that came about while I was doing some painting. Nice. And what's it? Oh, here's a cool piece. This is a pretty cool piece. Whatever. These are pieces. They're all pieces. Enjoy. If you see it now, you like it, give me a buzz, and we'll talk about it. We can trade. We can whatever. Money works. However, PayPal. Yeah, that one. That lives up here. This stuff lives down here. It just lives down here. It's coming out. It's coming out slow. I got a ways to go. Here's a pretty simple little piece. My friend John was asking me about whether I had his stencils. I'm pretty sure that these stencils that I have, ones I've collected over the years, but maybe some of them could have been from him. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to talk about it. I'm really not sure. I doubt it, but certainly not all the stencils I've collected, but maybe a few are from him. I don't know. So hard to say. Sometimes I wonder where this stuff comes from. But I like to collect stuff. Have it for a while, then let it out. Have it for a while, and then let it out. Have it for a while, then let it out. Have it for a while, then let it out. You gotta do it. You gotta do it all the time. Hope. If you do it in private, later on then, maybe you can do it in public. But for now, this is where I'm at. And you get to see this. I should probably stop, but I just can't stop. Just can't stop. Oh, look at that. That's embarrassing, right? I was losing some weight. I'm losing some of this weight. This is kind of natural for me, I think, but sometimes it gets less. But I don't feel too bad. I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good. I could dance on stage. I could dance for you. La 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 la. Oh. Got a lot going on. A lot of good stuff happening. A lot of fun. Getting out there in the world, checking it out. This area where I live is fantastically beautiful. There was a time when I was angry and I thought this place is horrible. Bucks County, horrible place. People are horrible and mean. But I was mistaken. I mean, they're just like everywhere else that I've been, which hasn't been a lot. But I've lived in Chicago. I lived in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I took a nice turn there. Unlike Bugs Bunny. Took a wrong turn there. But I turned around, came back. Now I'm here again. And this landscape around here is just ungodly. Beautiful. You get out there and driving around, and I can't help but, like, when there's nobody in front of you and you're pretty safe, you just can't help but just look. It's just like, oh, these beautiful fieldscapes. They're still there, just a lot of developments always going in here and there, but takes a while, and it's pretty much over there in like I was talking about the Eagle and Rushland, and before you get down there, back up on that road there, Forest Grove Road and Swamp Road, some beautiful farmscapes, and then you can see what they call like Buckingham Mountain or that other mountain over there, Jericho Mountain. They're not mountains. People, they're not like the mountains that you see out west, but they're hills, but they're mountains. They call them mountains. Bowman's Hill Tower Mountain, whatever that one is, and if you get up there in Bowman's Hill, I want to get over there and see if you can go back up in that place. Sometimes they have shut down. Sometimes you can go up and you can see the whole scape. So this place is pretty unbelievable, and I should feel blessed to live here, and I do often. I mean, it's so beautiful. I want to get out there and paint. I got these big easel. I made this one smaller easel, or I found this one easel in a dumpster, and it was so simple. I thought I could make a big one out of this. I started making the big one. I'm still working on that, but it shouldn't take me that long. I could make a really big one. Get out there, get out in the fields, set up, do some big painting, big landscape painting. Maybe meet some people out there. Maybe they'll want to buy it right off me. Who knows? Maybe they want to trade. Maybe whatever. That's how you can live. It's cool. And that's kind of like true. And I've been thinking about this for a while. And Owen Benjamin was talking about this on his show, and it's true. I mean, he was talking about his stove. Guy gave him the stove. And he helped him with the fence. You do that kind of stuff, and you can make a living. You can make a living that way, and you don't have to always make a living by exchanging little pieces of paper and swiping your little plastic card. It's bartering, and you can do it. You can really do it, and I know it's threatening maybe to some. And I was talking about this with my friend John. As a matter of fact, a few years back when he was living in New Jersey still, and about how money is kind of a real time waster. I mean, think about how often you're kind of wasting. It feels like a time waster, and you have to like pull out your money and figure out how much it is and give it to the person, and the person has to look at it, and they have to make sure it's the right amount, and then they have to give you change possibly or not, and like sometimes you might get the wrong change. Then what do you do or whatever? It happens. This has happened just the other day over to this one thrift store, and they have you pay for the weight of the thing. So I walked around the store in that section. They have other stores there too, but I walked around that section, and I looked at all the stuff, and I thought, wow, I found a couple of cool things, like this one little paintbrush that was sort of Christmas decorated, and I thought I could use this paintbrush as a paintbrush, or I could use it for whatever. Maybe somebody would like it as a souvenir or whatever, and about Christmas, and to remember their Christmas by. And and a couple of other little objects. It came out to about I think it was like 17 cents or something. I was like, 17 cents, cool. I'm happy with that. 17 cents. And the lady shorted me a quarter, and she acted like it was just normal. And I looked at my hand, and I was like, I didn't say anything. I just walked out. And I was out in the parking lot looking at my hand, like, what's it? So she shorted me a quarter. So I would have paid probably $1 for this stuff, maybe. But anyway, so But she thought she was getting one over me. Like, you're not just gonna like get out of here with such a small amount. But I mean, that's what happens when you set up your business that way. And so what? Like, I don't know. I'm not criticizing her, or I mean, I thought, maybe I should have went back in and just told her that I saw, oh. She would have been like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. Yeah, you made a mistake. Whatever. So anyhow, I mean, it happens. But so what? You're buying something for 17 cents and you're giving them a whole giant big dollar and they got to make change for it. If I had the 17 cents, man, it would have been a lot easier, but I didn't have any change in my pocket. So I always can't carry around some change, I guess. Which reminds me, at the Inkling, I got to get back over there because I owe them $1.20. I bought some paintings and I owe them $1.20 for the tax because I only had a $20 bill and 2 paintings for $10 each. And Karen Green is her name, and I bought a painting that she did, it was more of a drawing, a small drawing, maybe watercolor. I think she said. I asked her what the process was, and then I was going to buy another painting, which I thought was a different artist, but it turned out that it was her as well. So then I exchanged that one for a different painting of an eye, which was by her grandson, who was quite young. Don't remember exactly how old, maybe 5, and it was pretty cool. It was like an eye. And it reminded me of the eyes we've been talking about, but I thought it was cool. I like children's art, and this was like an actual small, it was a little tiny painting, one of those little squares, and it came with the oh, it probably didn't come with it. She actually took the easel off. I thought it was going to come with the easel. I guess it didn't come with the easel. I could get one of those little easels easily enough. Easily an easel. I could easily get an easel. One of those little small ones. If you go to like Michael's or AC Moore, those kind of places, and they sell those, but I don't ever want to pay. It's a little too much. I mean, I just don't think it's worth usually the prices. I usually wait for everything to go on sale at those places, and then I might get some stuff, but still seems a little too much. Corporate. I don't know where these people get all this money they can afford this stuff, but I mean, I think they're doing all pretty well, so good for them, I guess. Even if it is all based on lies, possibly. Good for them, as long as they're happy, as long as they don't feel like they're enslaved or whatever in their lives, then that's okay. I know that all the jobs I've been in, I felt like I was somewhat enslaved. And even today, when I don't even have a steady job, I still feel like it's pretty weird world we live in. Like this, like how it looks like some kind of weird bear or something, 4 legs. If you notice that light, it's pretty weird. What's that all about? I should probably do something else. Get on with my day. Get my things done that I gotta get working on. I gotta fold Kaiden's laundry. He's getting up there. He should maybe be able to fold his own laundry soon, right? And gotta get the dinner ready for us. We're having spaghetti tonight. It'll be a nice little meal. We're going to enjoy it. I hope. I'm pretty sure. And I just feel like, I don't know, I want to do something. I want to show some things. I want to have this for the archives. I want to be able to look back on this stuff and go, interesting, really interesting, because I think a bunch of years are going to go by, or some years are going to go by, and it's going to be like, wow, You took the time. You took the time to tell yourself about the stuff. And just sat down and thought about it. I think I'm going to end this now. But thank you. Thank you very much. I'm Rock. Bye. Take it easy.